You know, it's funny. People always assume divorce comes from chaos, shouting, betrayal, heartbreak. But sometimes it comes from quiet, from standing in your kitchen making dinner beside someone kind and realizing you haven't felt truly seen in years. He's not a bad guy. He's not cruel. He's the kind of man people tell you you're lucky to have. And yet, every night you go to bed wondering, why do I feel so lonely in a relationship that looks so perfect? That's the heartbreak nobody prepares you for. When the person you married is good, but the marriage still doesn't fit anymore. The myth of the good marriage. Here's the tricky part. When a man is good, society assumes that's enough to make a woman stay. He doesn't cheat, he works hard, he's dependable, and suddenly, your unhappiness feels like ingratitude. But love isn't a reward system. You don't earn fulfillment by checking moral boxes. You feel it, or you don't. You can respect him deeply and still crave something different. You can love who he is and mourn who you aren't when you're with him. You're not breaking a good thing. You're just realizing that good isn't the same as right. The guilt that chains you. Let's be real. The guilt is brutal. It hits you in waves. Who am I to walk away from someone so kind? What if I never find another person who treats me this well? You replay every sweet thing he's ever done and then instantly feel like a villain for wanting out. But guilt isn't proof that you're wrong. It's proof that you have a conscience. It's your empathy doing its job, maybe a little too well. And if you've ever felt that kind of guilt, I want you to check out my earlier video, Feeling Guilty About Wanting a Divorce. That one dives deep into this emotional spiral, and it'll help you see that guilt doesn't always mean you owe someone your life. The invisible loneliness. Loneliness inside a marriage hits differently. It's sitting beside someone on the couch and feeling like you're miles apart. It's laughing at dinner parties together, only to come home and cry in the shower. You don't miss him exactly. You miss the version of yourself that used to feel alive. You miss connection, curiosity, that little spark that used to make your soul hum. And when you try to explain it, people say, but he's a good guy, as if good cancels out lonely. It doesn't. The illusion of it could be worse. One of the most common ways women stay stuck is with this sentence: it could be worse. You tell yourself, he's not abusive, he's not cheating, he's not toxic, so what right do you have to want more? But let's flip that question. If your only reason for staying is it could be worse, doesn't that already mean it's not enough? Your heart isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for presence, for emotional connection, for joy that doesn't feel like work. And when you try to explain it, people say, but he's a good guy, as if good cancels out lonely. It doesn't. The grief no one talks about. Here's what people don't get. Even when you leave for the right reasons, you still grieve. You'll miss the small routines, how he folds laundry, the sound of his car pulling up. You'll cry over things that make no sense. And that's okay. Grief doesn't mean you regret leaving. It just means you loved someone deeply, and now you're learning to love yourself too. And when you get to this point, watch my video, How to Handle the Crushing Loneliness During the Divorce Process. That one helps you survive the silence that follows and find meaning inside it. Unmet needs aren't shallow. Sometimes the hardest truth to accept is that your needs matter. You might feel like you're asking for too much, for emotional connection, for curiosity, for affection that isn't routine. But those aren't luxuries. They're love's oxygen. If your heart feels starved, that's not drama, that's data. It's your soul saying, I'm disappearing in this story. And the bravest thing you can do is listen. The quiet courage to leave. Leaving a good guy isn't about slamming doors or making dramatic exits. It's quiet. It's 1,000 little goodbyes before you ever say the words out loud. It's signing papers with shaking hands. It's learning how to cook for one again. It's sitting alone and realizing you didn't destroy love. You just stopped pretending it was enough. And that's not weakness. That's courage in its purest form. When the world doesn't understand, people will question you. They'll say, "He's such a good guy. Why couldn't you make it work?" You'll feel the urge to explain, to justify, to make them see. But here's the truth. They don't need to. You can honor him as a person without staying in a life that shrinks you. You can walk away without turning him into the villain. Your story doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. Rebuilding without regret. At first, you'll miss him. Then you'll miss who you were when you didn't know you were unhappy. And then, slowly, you'll start missing yourself less. You'll start remembering what peace feels like. You'll rediscover music that feels like you. You'll laugh in a way that doesn't sound borrowed. And one morning, you'll wake up and think, I can breathe again. Choosing your own happiness isn't selfish. Let me be crystal clear. Choosing happiness is self-preserving. You're not leaving because he wasn't enough. You're leaving because you were ready to grow beyond what you built together. Sometimes love isn't meant to last forever. Sometimes it's meant to help you learn who you are so you can finally return home to yourself. The beginning of peace. One day, you'll sit in your quiet apartment and realize that the silence that once hurt now feels healing. You'll smile, maybe even laugh, because the girl who thought she was broken for leaving a good man is finally whole. You didn't destroy love, you redefined it. And that's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your freedom. And if you're standing in that in-between, half ready to stay, half ready to go, know this. You don't have to hate someone to walk away. You just have to love yourself enough to stop pretending. And if this message feels heavy but true, you might find comfort in another one of my videos, The Truth About Loneliness After Divorce, especially feeling guilty about wanting a divorce. Together, they'll help you move from guilt to grief to growth, step by step. Because this isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your return to yourself. And that is the most beautiful kind of love story there is. Let go of some of it in the comments below.